Okay, good morning children. Today for the 4th standard, I am taking lesson number 17, home, the first school. Like it is already said, home, what is home children? Home is where you stay with your parents, correct? You are looked after by your parents in a home only. So the home is the first school, and the first teacher is always your mother. Your mother teaches you everything from the start. So the home, we say it's the first school. So after studying this lesson children, there are two basic main points in this. First, you will know that the family, which is a small unit, it has its own religion, values and cultural practices. A small unit means we call it a small unit because it consists of mother, father and the children. So it's a small unit where you practice values, you learn values, how to live life, you learn religion, whichever religion you are born and you pick up that religion from your parents, and cultural practices, how to behave in society, how to move around in society. You learn all that from your home itself. Now observe, and the second important point children, observe the changes that have taken place in the society due to the change of the values in family. Now this point children, it reflects the change in the society. If you are brought up in a good family with a good background, you will know how to move around. You will know how to move around in the society. You will know what is good, what is bad. But sometimes some children don't have that, they don't have the facility, or they are not born in a very good family background. They like poor children, like underprivileged children. They come from families where parents have to, like they are working like laborers. They just leave their children neglected. So the children, instead of getting being inspired by the parents, will look around in the society to for things. They means in the society, in the surroundings, whatever they see other people doing, they'll start copying those things because their parents don't have time to like guide them in the correct manner. So these like it depends like how your family brings you up. You will be a face in the society like in the same manner. So there are underprivileged families who cannot afford to look after their children, so the children will be left loose on the road or something, and then they turn towards different means. They turn towards different outsiders to look up to. So they start following whatever is bad. They don't have anybody to guide them. They don't have anybody to tell them this is good, this is bad. So that is the thing. So these 2 points you will be learning in this lesson. I'll just read it out to you and then I'll come back. I'll get to the questions on the board. So Pavitra, my father does puja every morning. We eat together at night. My father always brings the same type of books and pens for me and my brother. He tells us to respect everyone and to help those who are weak. He distributes sweets to the children on festivals. We attend a village fair every year. So Pavitra is a girl who is telling about what happens in her family. So she says that her father does puja every morning. He doesn't differentiate between a girl and a boy. He treats them equal. He brings books for Pavitra. He'll bring books for his son also. And he tells them to respect everyone. There should be respect to everyone. The respect should be given to everyone. And they attend the village fair every year. So this is what Pavitra is saying, what happens in her family. These things that she's talking about is being taught to her by her father. Next comes Razia. Friday is a holy day for us. On that day my mother and I do namaz at home. My father and brother go to the mosque to participate in the namaz. We help the poor on the festival of Ramzan. My grandmother tells us to treat and respect everybody equally. My mother teaches us Arabic whenever she's free. So then the next girl is Razia. She's a Muslim. So she's talking how she and her mother do namaz in the house, as her brother and her father go to the mosque to do namaz. So in the Muslim family it's very common. The ladies do, the girls, and they do their prayers in the house with their mothers, and the fathers and the brothers go to the mosque to pray. So even in this, the grandmother, the mother, the lady of the house is telling her that she should respect everyone equally. Sunday is a holy day for us, says John. On that day, all the members of a family go to church and offer prayers. It's a holiday for mother and father. We eat food together. My mother decorates the house, reads the Bible, and tells stories whenever she is free. My father says that we should not quarrel with each other and should treat everyone as friends. So children, these versions that these kids are giving, in this you can understand the parents are instructing them. The parents are instructing them. You should treat everyone equally. You should not quarrel. Like for John, he's a Catholic, so he goes to church on Sunday. They come home, they eat food together. The mother reads the Bible to them. Then the father tells them that they should not quarrel with each other and treat everyone as a friend. These are things that are told in your holy books. Even everybody has a holy book. The Hindus follow the Ramayana. In that there is many teachings that teach you how to behave properly like a good person. The Muslims follow Quran teachings and that lead you in a particular manner. Christians or Catholics follow the Bible. The teachings in the Bible lead you through stories. You get to know how to behave with other people around you. You have learnt about the families of Pavitra, Razia and John. Now write here about the celebrations of your family. So children, on page number 157, you have to write that. Page number 157, there are 3-4 question answers. Please do that as homework. You have to do that as homework. I have written it, page number 157. The questions over there, what are the rituals held in your family daily? You have to write what you do in your family daily. Second one is, how do members of your family help each other in household work? So who does what, children? What does your mother do? How does your father help out? How does your grandmother? How do you help out? You have to write that in the space given there below that question. How do the elders want you to behave with friends and elders? So obviously your parents will not tell you go and fight with that person, go and beat up that person. Your parents will always tell you not to quarrel with the person. How you have to be, you have to show respect to elders, and you should not quarrel with your friends. Then write about the festivals celebrated in your family. So this, children, I have given it as a question for you here. Write the festivals that you celebrate, and I have written on your own. So whatever festival you celebrate in your family, you have to write that. Then coming to page number 158. This is a picture conversation, children. Here, my family helped me to get higher education so that I could become a doctor, and now I treat patients in the society. Then the second picture says, in my childhood, I am influenced by my family members' service to the elders. Now I am running an old age home. So children, in these pictures, it's a picture conversation. So because this girl got higher education to become a doctor, in the same manner she can repay back the society by treating patients. She becomes a doctor so that she can tender her services towards the society. Then this man says, because respecting elders, now I am running an old age home. Old people stay in this home and I look after them. And the last one, my mother looked after the trees and plants as a children. I was helping her. Even now I plant trees and field and water them. So the third, that lady is telling, because of her mother, she saw her mother, so she's even following in the mother's steps. So like that, children, you can imitate what your mother does. If your mother does good, you imitate good points. If your mother does something bad, you should know what is bad, what is good. And a mother is a person who will teach you all this. So you try to imitate your mother's quality to help the society and environment. Now, what are the qualities and values that Gandhiji learned from his family? Children, here there's a question. Write few qualities of Gandhiji. You have written here, speaking truth. Gandhiji never used to lie, he used to always speak truth. Then it was non-violence, which he believed in. And third is forgiveness. Fourth is simple living. These are 4 qualities of Gandhiji, children. You have to write it down in your classwork note. So, and then another question is there. What do you want to become when you grow up? That is left to you, children. You have to write it on your own. It's on page number 160. So that's a small lesson for you. These are 4 questions that I have written on the board. I want you to write this down in your classwork note. I'll read out the questions to you and then you can write it in your classwork note. What is family? Family is a small unit that stays with love, having its own religion, values and cultural practices. Family is a small unit that stays with love, having its own religion, values and cultural practices. Second question, write few qualities of Gandhiji. Like I've already repeated it. Speaking truth 1, non-violence 2, forgiveness and simple living. There are 4 points that you have to write qualities about Gandhiji. Third question, write the festivals that you celebrate. Children, this is your own. Whichever festival you celebrate, you can write it down here. Whether you celebrate Ramzan, whether you celebrate Diwali, you write a small note on that, how you celebrate it. And coming to the 4th question, how did the education given by the family help the society? So if the family has given education to any students or anybody, how does it help society? We study to become a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, or a social worker, etc. So we can do work in society and help others. So when you study to become somebody, you have some ambition in life, you become either engineer or lawyer or a doctor or a CA, or a police inspector, or you join the military. Everything that you become in your life is you are working, you're getting it back to the society, you're doing some work in society and helping others. So these are the 4 questions, children. Please write this in your classwork note, take a picture, send it to Rohana ma'am, and I'll get back to you with if anything else is required. Do this and take care. See you next time. Thank you.